course this is how it's happening. That it's going to go down to the last weekend to get that point. What, you know, I don't know, are guys nervous? What's kind of the feel?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's just like I look at it like a blessing. We get to start playoffs a little bit early. Like, I personally like playing playoff hockey before getting in. You know, there's years where, you know, you might get in and you get to rest. That could be, you know, that could backfire for sure. Just being in the games that are hard to win, like the playoff games that get you ready for when the time comes, I think are super important. I think it's a great weekend for us. You know, we need 1 point to get in. We need to push at least one overtime. I think if we want to be a team that competes in the playoffs, we should at least get that this weekend. You know, win and get in. That's how it should be.
Obviously, you know, wanting to do it on home ice in front of the fans, you know, certainly must have been kind of the motivation tonight. Sets is getting them.
Yeah, ideally, for sure. But at the end of the day, you just got to get in. And, you know, I'd rather win a playoff game with a Calder Cup on home ice than win the game that gets you into the playoffs. So we got bigger games than this one tonight.
Yeah. What did you say to Don afterward?
Just thank you for everything he's done for us. You know, having him here has made my time personally super special. So just seeing his face every day, seeing him, you know, love what he does after over like 40 or 50 years doing it is just super inspiring. So, you know, he's an unbelievable character, unbelievable dude. We're lucky to have him around.
And he's kind of he gives you a little maybe motivation or a little boost on the bus after games when maybe it didn't go well, or maybe it did go well, right?
On the bus?
Yeah.
No, not on the bus. But you know,
okay.
he comes.
I just thought maybe when guys walk by, he was kind of, you know, a little bit of a word of encouragement or whatever.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, maybe to other guys, I'm not sure. I'm usually the last one on the bus anyway. So, you know, he's just always around. You know, like in the parking lot, like around the rink. He's just always a face that you see that, you know, whether he says something or not, it's always just inspiring to see him.
You guys, you talked about it. You talked about getting that point, clinching and playing playoff hockey before playoff hockey. Is there like any added pressure that you guys put on naturally yourselves, not just by, or you guys put on pressure yourself, but also with other teams trying to catch you for that spot that you're trying to clinch?
For sure. I think the pressure's good. You know, it brings the best out of you. Honestly, I think the more pressure we can be under as a group right now, the better. The more prepared we'll be.
Do you ever guys catch yourselves, even though you're focused on your game, do you ever catch yourselves scoreboard watching other teams to see what other teams are doing as they're trying to approach you guys and usurp you for that playoff spot?
Yeah, the mentality is really just do it yourself. Like, it doesn't really matter what other teams are doing. We're just trying to get in, and, you know, it's completely in our hands. You know, if we don't win a game this weekend and Utica loses tomorrow and we get in that way, I don't think anyone would be like happy doing it that way. We'll take it, but you want to do it, you want to win, you want to get in, you want to earn it, you want that momentum going into playoffs, you want that foot in the door, just knowing that you have the confidence to, you know, you can beat anyone. Our win against Providence a week or two ago, you know, showed us we could beat any team in the league. So that kind of swagger, that mentality is something we're trying to gain this weekend and use going forward into the next round.
And this is kind of a bonus question, but if you guys, after obviously wrapping up tomorrow, which would be great, that'd be awesome, is it go full throttle that final day of the regular season, or is it let's prepare ourselves and get ready and take a step back and get ready for the playoffs, which is something more important?
We'll see when we get there. We're just focused on tomorrow right now. Yeah, I guess we'll see.